Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, guys. If you've been paying close attention to the NFL buzz lately, you've probably heard some whispers about a potential blockbuster trade involving the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. And honestly, it's one of those rumors that could reshape the landscape of the NFC North and really set the tone for what's to come in the upcoming seasons. The NFL world is buzzing about the possibility that the 49ers, sitting comfortably at 9-4 and with some cap space issues, might be looking to shake things up by trading one of their top wide receivers, Brandon Aiyuk, to Green Bay. Yeah, you heard that right. The Packers could be on the verge of adding a legitimate game-changer to their offense, and it's got fans buzzing with excitement and anticipation. Now, let's break down what makes this rumor so intriguing. First, the context. Aiyuk, who's just 27 years old, has established himself as an elite route runner in this league. Over his career, he's racked up over 200 receiving yards, and he's been especially productive this season, with 52 receptions for 680 yards and 4 touchdowns. What really stands out is his ability to create mismatches downfield. He averages over 13 yards per catch, with a YAC yards after catch of 320 yards, which puts him in the top 10 in the league. His route running and ability to get separation, averaging 2-3 yards of separation per route, make him a nightmare for defenses. And even after suffering a knee injury in Week 7, Aiyuk's explosiveness hasn't dropped. If anything, he's been gaining more yards after the catch, showing his resilience and playmaking ability. The 49ers, as a franchise, are facing some tough decisions. They're currently in a good spot at 9-4, but they've also got some looming cap issues, especially with stars like Nick Bosa, who's set to make a splash with a $30 million salary. The idea is that San Francisco might be looking to free up cap space by moving on from Aiyuk, especially as they prioritize team harmony over holding onto a wide receiver who might be seeking a bigger role or a new environment. Reports suggest that the 49ers are considering trading Aiyuk for a first-round pick in the 2026 draft, which would be a huge haul for a team that's all in for a Super Bowl run this year. The timing is interesting because San Francisco's defense has been quite leaky this season, allowing an average of 23.6 points per game, and they might see this as a way to bolster their draft stock and future flexibility. On the other side of the coin, the Green Bay Packers are in a very different spot. With Jordan Love now firmly at the helm, the Packers are looking to build around him, especially on offense. Love has been developing nicely this season, and his numbers are trending upward. The Packers' passing attack has been a bit inconsistent, but has shown flashes of what it can be, especially when targeting players like Christian Watson. Adding a player like Aiyuk would give Love a true WR1, a guy who can stretch the field, make contested catches, and help elevate the offense to new heights. Projections suggest that with Aiyuk in the fold, the Packers could see a boost of around 20% in passing yards per game, going from roughly 250 yards to closer to 300 yards per game. That's a significant jump, and it would make Green Bay's offense much more dangerous, especially in the playoffs. But it's not just about adding talent, it's also about the chemistry and the future. Aiyuk's skill set aligns well with what the Packers want to do, creating mismatches, exploiting zone coverage, and making big plays in critical moments. Plus, with his experience and ability to perform under pressure, he could be a perfect complement to Watson and the emerging young receivers. The Packers' offensive line has been solid, and with a reliable receiver like Aiyuk, they could really start to click, especially in the red zone, where consistency has sometimes been an issue this season. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. San Francisco's move to possibly trade Aiyuk isn't just about cap management, it's also about strategy. The 49ers are eyeing the Super Bowl, and they want to put together the best possible roster. If they can replace Aiyuk with a high draft pick and still remain competitive, it might be a smart move, especially considering their defense's struggles and the need to balance their roster. They're also looking at other options, like potentially trading for or signing other players, but the focus on Ayuk suggests they might see him as a replaceable piece, given their depth and the upcoming draft. For the Packers, this is a golden opportunity. They've been patiently building their team, and adding a dynamic receiver like Ayuk could be the piece that takes their offense from decent to elite. Imagine a scenario where Love, with more weapons, starts connecting on those big throws that can change games. The Packers have already shown they're willing to invest in their future, and acquiring Ayuk could be exactly what they need to push further into the postseason and beyond. But of course, nothing is set in stone yet. These rumors are swirling, and NFL teams often keep their cards close to the vest until the last minute. Still, the fact that the 49ers are supposedly considering this trade, and the Packers are in the mix makes for an exciting storyline. It's the kind of move that could ripple through the NFC, shaking up power dynamics and setting the stage for some intense playoff battles. The Packers, always hungry for success, are looking to make a statement, and acquiring Ayuk would certainly be a bold step in that direction. And let's not forget the division implications. The NFC North has been a competitive division lately, with teams like the Detroit Lions and Minnesota Vikings also making moves. But if Green Bay manages to land Ayuk, they immediately become more formidable, especially offensively. It would put pressure on other division rivals to respond, and could give Green Bay a clear edge as they gear up for the stretch run. The Packers have been on the cusp of returning to playoff prominence, and adding a receiver of Ayuk's caliber would be a huge boost. It's about more than just this season. It's about laying the foundation for future success. The Packers have always believed in building through strategic moves, and if this rumor turns true, it's a move that could define their upcoming era. From a historical perspective, Green Bay has always been a franchise that prides itself on smart, calculated moves, whether it was selecting Brett Favre, developing Aaron Rodgers, or building a consistent winning culture. Bringing in a player like Ayuk would align perfectly with that ethos, adding talent, improving team chemistry, and setting the stage for a deep playoff run. It's also about the fan base. Packers fans are known for their loyalty and passion, and they're always hungry for a Super Bowl. If this trade materializes, it could ignite a new wave of excitement around Lambeau Field, with fans dreaming of another championship parade. Looking ahead, the NFL landscape is always shifting, and the teams that adapt quickly and make bold decisions often come out on top. The potential acquisition of Ayuk by the Packers isn't just about filling a roster spot, it's about making a statement. It shows that Green Bay is serious about competing now, not just building for the future, but winning right now. With Jordan Love developing and the offense poised to take a big step forward, adding a proven, explosive receiver like Brandon Ayuk could be the final piece to unlock their full potential. And for the fans who have been patiently waiting for that breakthrough, this is exactly the kind of move that could turn dreams into reality. So as the NFL trade deadline approaches, all eyes are on Green Bay and San Francisco. Will this trade happen? It's still just a rumor at this point, but don't be surprised if in the coming days we see some official confirmation. If it does, it could be one of those moves that define the season and set the Packers on a new championship trajectory. The NFC North might be about to get a lot more interesting, and Green Bay fans, you know your team never backs down from a challenge. The future is bright, and with the right moves, the Packers could be heading back to the top of the mountain. Stay tuned because this story is far from over. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Would you love to see Ayuk in green and gold? Do you think it's the move that could finally push this team over the top? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Packers. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. The season's heating up, and the exciting part is the best is yet to come. Let's go, Pack.